When I moved here to Hawaii, um, me and my husband and our baby found ourselves homeless. We didn't have anywhere to stay because somebody decided they didn't know us anything. And they did not care what happened to us or why we in the situation that we're in. And they most definitely did not care that we had a baby. Okay? They didn't care. It was just like, what you're not going to do, you're not going to stay here because we can't help you. So in that moment, I had to decide to show up in my life. I had to decide who I'm going to be. Because I could either stay here in Hawaii and figure it out, or I could pack my bags and I can go home to my mother or go home somewhere. I didn't have a home. I could run away from the obstacle that was in front of me. But I realized that no one owed me anything. And anything that I'm dealing with in my life right now, whatever obstacle or adversity I'm dealing with right now, it is time for me to learn the lesson. It is time for me to step back and look at myself. Because one of the best gifts that I ever received from someone is teaching me how to face and take responsibility for my debilitations. Instead of making myself a victim as to why I had the childhood that I had, as to why I have the color of skin that I have, as to why I had this and didn't have that, I decided to take responsibility for my life and decide who I am and what I'm going to have in my life. And wish somebody would stop me. Because when that person told me, you really need to look at yourself. Stop thinking that you're something that you're not. Face yourself. Look at who you are. Be honest with yourself. Because a lot of us are not honest with ourselves. I know I wasn't. I really thought highly of myself. I didn't think I did anything wrong. I thought I had it all figured out. Until I really looked at myself, until I started studying myself. And I got to see my debilitations. Because some of you talk about, I'm big boned. No, girl, you fat. And then some of you might say, I'm selective about what I want to do. No, you're lazy. Like, let's be clear. We need to be very clear about who we are. That is the only way that one can truly heal itself. We can continue to put the Band-Aid on our own wounds and problems. But in the end, you're going to suffer with the scar. No one else. Not even the people that hurt you. They going on about their life. Okay, we can sit here and talk about narcissists and talk about abuse and talk about what our parents didn't do for us. But while you sitting here feeling sorry for yourself, thinking somebody owed you something, all these people that hurt you, they going about their business, living their life. And at a certain point in your growth, in your journey, you have to decide to be like, you know what? Bump everything that happened to me. That doesn't define who I am. Okay, I do have these debilitations. I do have these shortcomings. But that's not going to define who I can be and moving forward to. Okay, just because you overweight. Okay, you fat. Now what? The first thing that we must do is appreciate and accept where we are. That is the first thing. Appreciate and accept where you are. Because when I found myself outside homeless, right? When we came here in Hawaii and we didn't have nobody to help us, like physically here, I had to make a decision that I'm gonna live my life and I'm gonna keep going. Because 3 years ago, I decided to join a cult. I decided to get into a tribe group, whatever you want to call it. I made that choice. I made the choice to do that. So whatever the result was, it was my responsibility. So when I started seeing my life wasn't going in the direction that I wanted, I had to make that choice. Now, I could have sat there and blamed and did hate videos and said they did this and he did that. But what is that going to do for me? What am I showing my universe? That I'm not capable? That you're not capable? Then I'm not God? So I'm going to sit here and cry and complain and continue to ask for donations. because of what I went through, because of the growth that I had to go through. That was growth. I had to go through that. That was awakening of my soul. And sometimes when your soul is awakening, it is not a pretty transformation, it's a metamorphosis. So when you are coming into the awareness of self, it's like you are being born. And I don't know if any of you in this room ever had a baby. You know childbirth is not cute, okay? You've got your body's going through all these changes. Your mind and your vagina won't ever look the same. It will in your mind. And then when the baby's coming, it's traumatic, it's painful, it's intense. That is how life is. That is when something that is being born through you, that is what happens. So when growth knocks on your door and say you ready, don't give no excuses. It's time that we stop giving ourselves excuses. Because growth don't feel good. The truth don't feel good. That is why everybody continue to live a lie. That's why everybody walk around here with face masks now. Because of the truth. You understand? That is the reason why so many of us are fighting for our rights and protesting, because we don't want to face the truth that in the end you are in control of your destiny, you are in control of your life, nobody else. And if anybody else gets in your way, stands in your way, now it's time for you to show up, because that's pressure. Pressure is here to show you who you are. It is here to show you who you are. So whether or not you believe that you are limited by the color of your skin, that pressure is telling you, well, what actually is the truth? Because you are God. Whether or not you want to believe you are a child of God, a piece of God, or the God, it don't matter. You are all. You are the source. You are everything. Everything stems from you. So if you see someone hating you, that is something you projecting from yourself. A piece of you hates yourself. So in order for you to really see that and deal with it, it has to manifest in another form, and that form might be the white man or the white woman. Or that form might be society limiting you or your family. It might be something, but it's there to test you. Like, do you know who you are? Are you who you say you are? Do you believe that the color of your skin is limiting you? Do you believe that the world hates black people or whatever? Do you believe that? And if it's true, are you going to make that your problem? Because there's so many things going on in our world. There are so many problems. There are so many groups of people complaining or going through adversity or whatever. It's not going to go nowhere. That is the duality of life. But in order for you to really live a life that you love and a life that you deserve, you have to brush that shit off. Take that chip off your shoulder and ignore your worries. Because all it is going to weigh you down. You need to be as light as a feather to enter into the kingdom of God. Well, that's what the Bible says. Light as a feather. No concerns, no worries. But the first thing in self-awareness is self-acceptance. You must know who you are. You must know your debilitations. You must know what is getting in your way. But we need to stop using these excuses. Like, I could have easily used the excuse that the reason why I have to go back to the mainland or I have to stay in the situation because I have a baby. Or because I have a baby or if I have a child, that you should feel sorry for me. That gives me a ticket out. No, absolutely not. No one cares. No, and I've learned that real quick. No one cares. Nobody owe me nothing. And you want to know why? That's a good thing. You don't want nobody owing you nothing anyways. Because what's the last time someone gave you something and then every time they was around, they reminded you of what they did for you? I can't stand that. When somebody give you something, they want to remind you, well, I did this for you. Right? Or you owe me this. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, thank you. I'll do it myself. Because to live the life that you love and the life you deserve, and keep saying this, you must show up for your life. You must show up. You must tell the truth about yourself. You must take responsibility for who you are. And you must decide how you want to feel and whether or not dealing with this ish is worth me not feeling good. Pay attention to how you feel and care about how you feel at all times. Because one thing that I've discovered that people like to wallow in their pain. People are attracted to their suffering. So some people come off as though they want help, but no, they just want an audience to express their pain. And then they might get an audience where you start comparing your pain to my pain. Well, this is what happened to me, but no, girl, this is what happened to me. I'm worse off than you. Because they realize that through their pain and suffering, they get attention. Because that's what it's all about. We just want attention. We just want somebody to pay attention to us. But you need to start caring about yourself. You need to start giving yourself attention and being attentive to you, who you are and what you need and what is getting in the way of that. See, one of the services that I offer coaching. I coach people. And the way I do it, I coach people through their birth charts. Like, I'm not a counselor, no therapist or nothing. I just know astrology really well, and I know how to understand people through their birth charts, and I will coach you through your own energy. But the type of coach that I am, I'm the truth. And I say that with much confidence. I'm going to make you face your truth. I'm not going to candy coat anything. I'm not going to pat you on the back. No, I'm going to make you deal with your truth. Because I know that is the only way one can heal. It's when they know the truth about themselves and you are no longer in the dark. See, we keep our demons in the darkness. We hide in the darkness. But I'm here to bring all your bullshit to the light so that we can deal with it, so that we can nurture it, so that we can love it, so that we can eliminate it, so that we can really get down to the core of it. Because whatever you got tucked away in your closet, it's just unused energy. And them demons and them debilitations is unused energy, and it's misused energy. So now we have to bring it to the surface to find the core of it so that we can manipulate it and utilize it to your best potential. Everything about you is good, even your cracks and crevices and crust. You just got to clean it up. It's a rejuvenation of yourself. That is what your demons are. They is just pieces of yourself that you decided or you forgot how to love. So they sat there dormant. And they sat there and fester and be like, you know how it is. When you don't get attention, you don't get love, what happens? You get resentful. That's just that part of yourself that you're not paying attention to because you tucked it away into the dark. Well, I'm here. It is my purpose to help heal those demons, to bring them to the surface. And it ain't going to be pretty. And no one said it was. And it ain't going to feel good. And nobody said it was. But if you deal with me, if you work with me, if you allow me to be your coach, I'm going to let you know right now, that's how I work. I'm not going to candy coach you. You got enough cavities in your mouth already. Because I'm going to give you what was given to me. See, I healed myself. I healed my mind. And I continue to work on myself. I continue to love myself. I continue to put pressure on myself because I want to know, what am I made of? Okay, I'm at this level, but now I need to go to the next level. What does that look like? See, I ain't afraid. There's nothing too much I'm afraid of anymore. You know? Because I'm facing myself. And that is what I invite any of you to do, is get your chart, study yourself, face yourself, learn yourself. And if you don't know how to do it, I'm here to be that support system. You know, I've created a platform to help people discover who they are. And if you want to work one-on-one with me, I'm going to let you know right now. I'm going to put the mirror right in your face. Like, deal with yourself. Yeah, you don't like it, do you? You don't like it. You don't like what you see. You don't like that I pointed it out. And that's how most of us are. We don't like it. So we cover ourselves up through whatever distractions that we can find, whether or not it's our jobs, our relationships, our delusions of who we think we are. We do whatever we can do to not deal with ourselves. And because you are in pain, because you are unhappy, because you know that there is something inside of you that wants more, but a lot of you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. And you know something needs to change, but you don't know how. Because there's a difference between understanding and knowing something. See, we all understand. We all understand knowledge of self. We all understand how to eat right. We all understand what we need to do to be healthy. We all understand what we need to be wealthy. But most of us don't know what to do, because understanding and knowing is two different things. Because if you knew, then you would do. Okay? If you knew, then you would do. So now we have to get to the part of yourself that is blocking you from actually knowing, because your perception is off. Because if the inner voice in your head keeps distracting you, and it's a program, you got a program, and you are being led by the program. But once you understand the program, then you'll be able to manipulate the hardware. So your body's the hardware, but your body only moves, only responds to what? Your thoughts, your emotions. That's what triggers you. That is what dictates you, is your thoughts and your emotions. The body doesn't matter. The body's just it's this apparatus for all of it. But it's the thoughts and the emotions that control you. So whatever you see, whatever you observe in your reality, it triggers back to your what? Your software, and then you compute it, and whatever meaning you make to it, then that's how you're going to respond. And that is the number one thing that one must be aware of, is how do I respond to life? How do I respond to life? Because that is the core of your action. Okay? That is the core of what your emotion. So if anyone shows you something about yourself that you must work on, hold on. They said no. That's the problem right there with black supremacy. This room does not support black supremacy, like this room does not support white supremacy. I don't go against anything, because I am everything. I am supreme. You understand? I'm supreme because of my mind, not because of my melanin or my skin. It is your mind. And just because you're black does not mean you're supreme. You understand? And no, you cannot come to my room. You are not coming on live. I don't even know why you're here. But you're just another piece of myself that is unaware of itself and does not love itself. Anytime I see my reflection fighting against something, it's because there's something within yourself that you have not accepted. So you must be the opposing force in your reality, because there's something opposing in you that you feel entitled to, or you feel inadequate to. So you must program yourself to believe that you're supreme, because there's something within you that knows that you're not. See, Anybody can sit here and say, I'm supreme. You got to keep telling yourself to believe that, but it's your actions that show everything. It's no differently than white supremacy. Just the way we feel about white supremacy and how ignorant and mean and hateful that sounds. It's not positive. It's negative. It's not helping anyone. It's dividing. You understand? So both sides need to end. Both sides. The whites doesn't tell us anything. The only people that hate us is ourselves. No, because you're being disrespectful and I don't know you. You see what I'm saying? You're talking about white supremacy and you are stepping over your boundaries. You're coming into my room on my platform, and then you're probably a man and I have a husband. You didn't ask for permission. And you most certainly didn't ask for permission to come in my room trying to get into my platform spewing your hate, your ignorance. How dare you? But you're supreme. But you're supreme. But I'm here to tell you. And see, you're a female, so you're just disrespectful. Do you think as a supreme female, this is how you get your point across? No. This is not how you get your point across. This is why you get what you get. No, this is me being supreme. So you don't like that, do you? See, I'm confident of who I am and what I stand for. And you don't like that. Because there's something within you that lacks that. And that's why you have to spew out hate and separate yourself from this illusion. You understand? So yes, I'm fighting off those demons. And you are one of them. Goodbye. Yes. People get this twisted. People get this social media thing twisted. I don't know why they think they could just come over here and say whatever they want, but it goes both ways. So, again, like I said, no one owes you nothing. But you do owe yourself today to get up and be like, you know what? I'm going to try today. Even if you just try, right? I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make an effort today. I'm going to make an effort today. Well, I don't know what it is. I'm going to get out of bed, look at myself in the mirror and smile. Because a lot of you don't have a lot to smile about. But sometimes you got to be okay with where you stand. And the more you put out that frequency, the more things will open up for you. We must start taking responsibility for our life. We need to stop feeling entitled, thinking someone should be doing something for us. Because if you sit around waiting for somebody to show up for you, you're going to be sitting there for a very long time and you're going to get the short end of the stick. And that's what I realized, that when things are attainable to people, they don't give any value to it. They don't give any appreciation to it because it's attainable. But when it's something that is unattainable or it's out of your reach, what do? Oh, we wish you, we pine and we hope and we pray like, Lord Jesus, sit in my way, please send that man my way, Lord, yes. And then when he come, what do? You do not treat him with love. You don't treat him with appreciation. You don't show up to the relationship. You don't give your best because you want to know why? Because you got what you asked for and now it's over with. But like now I'm going to think of something else. Now I'm going to pray to that same God why this man is in my life and how can I get him out? But you don't realize you are the problem. You are the problem. But when it's something, I'm going to repeat that again. When it's something unattainable, we give all of our energy. We pour our heart and soul and just wish and just hope and just, why me? Can it be me? And do all the vibrational and frequency work to get it. And then when that shit's attainable, then you be like, like, that's how we are with our life. That is exactly how we are with our life. but start appreciating what's in front of you. And I'm not asking you to be positive. I'm not asking you to be positive and not deal with how you really feel. Like, that's what I'm telling you. Be honest. Hold on. B Sims, mind your business. Can you do that for me, honey? Mind your business. Like, nobody cares about what they doing, what you doing. Nobody cares of how they not no, mind your business. That is your message for today. See, I ain't playing. I ain't playing with my demons today. And y'all can take my energy however you want to, boo-boo. Your mama ain't always nice. Your mama be. And that's what happened with me today. I got triggered. I got triggered because I love so much what I do. I want to help you guys. I love astrology. I love my life. You know, I'm constantly growing and thriving, and I'm taking steps back, taking steps forward. I'm constantly failing. Like, I'm succeeding and failing at the same time, y'all. And I want the same thing for you. I want y'all to truly feel what it feels like to live your life and love yourself. But y'all too busy worrying about what somebody else is doing. And y'all too busy, got your hand out, wanting somebody to help you, and why me? That you not even paying attention to, why not me? Shoot. B Sims, you know I love you. I don't know you, but I love you. But you do need to mind your business. No, you didn't trigger me. I got triggered today. You just came into the fire. But no, B Sims, I love you. Mind your business, honey, okay? Like, yeah, and that's what I am. I'm your mama. I'm your mama. I'm going, okay? Because my North Node is in Cancer. So I'm here to be the nurturer, the mother, coddle, the inner child. I'm supposed to do that. But sometimes you got to whoop that child's ass because you are acting up, okay? I know I'm a conscious parent. I know I'm a gentle parent. But sometimes these kids try you. And that is what's happening in my room right now, okay? So, with that being said, like I was saying, is that I'm not telling you guys that if you are not feeling positive, fake it till you make it. No, absolutely not. The last thing you need is to fake it. The number one thing that you need to do is find relief. The relief in your life. Be like, damn, that didn't work. My expectations did not accumulate into the results that I wanted. And I'm disappointed. I'm embarrassed. I'm hurt. I'm abandoned. Like, own your feelings. Own it. Own how you feel. Like, I don't feel good today, Faith. I don't. I can't make it today. And the relief is that you were able to express that. You expressed how you really felt. You didn't cover it up. You expressed, I don't feel good. I'm not happy. That is the first sign of self-awareness. In accepting that the choices that you've been making has gave you the end result of not being happy. So now, let's look at what that is. Let's look at how you've been living your life. Let's evaluate that inner voice in your head that dictates everything. Because that will lead you to the path of unhappiness. You got to constantly be checking yourself. You got to constantly do audits. I do an audit all the time. They be like, how do you feel today? Okay, I know you see Rambo over there doing that, but do you want to choose love or you want to be right? It's like constantly. I be like, I want to choose love. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to turn and walk away. I'm not going to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like constantly. And people say, man, working on yourself is a lot of work. Hell yeah, it's a lot of work. That's why most of us don't do it. That's why most of us is unhappy. You know, just like, say, for example, you want to have your own business, or say you want to be wealthy. Because some of you, your purpose in this lifetime is to be wealthy. just to let you know. But most of us don't want to do what it takes to have our own business, to have unlimited amount of resources in abundance. We don't want to do what it takes. It's too much of a risk. So you know what? I'm just going to go and work this job, clock in, clock out, and and just deal with it and complain. You know, and that is the result of how you live your life, right? I was there. Like, I knew I wanted something different, but I was afraid to take the risk of starting my own business, leaving my job, saving up money. I always had money set aside, but I just did not have the courage and the confidence to believe that I could actually do this on my own, you know, and that's the reason why the majority of us pay the most taxes. We don't have no money in the bank. We don't have all that we want. We're not living where we want to live because we decided to stop believing in ourselves, and we put that energy into someone else's dream, because the job that you work at is someone else's vision. So you are empowering someone else's vision that doesn't have anything to do with you. So when you go to work, you do feel depleted, and you've committed 8 hours of your energy to this person. Now, wherever you are, you can make the best of it, because even though you might have a job, right? You can continue to educate yourself and learn and watch YouTube videos, watch people on live telling you how to get out of your situation, and start preparing yourself. To start preparing for your exit, whatever that is. Whether you want to exit your job, or if you want to exit the United States of America, come to the tropics, go back to Africa, whatever floats your boat, girl or dude. It's time for you to start preparing. It's time for you to start appreciating where you are, and start retraining your program. Your program. That's all you are experiencing right now. You talking to me and listening to me. I'm just a part of your program, reminding you that this is a program. So in any program, you can just change it. You can alter it in some way. So you can alter your program, and you can decide to do whatever it is that you want to do, but one must know who they are in order to do that. And I'm only telling you what worked for me, because 3 years ago, I worked in corporate America. I worked in a cubicle. I was living in Atlanta, Georgia, and I had a very typical life. Then I decided to search for solutions. I found it. I left. My life was very interesting after that, and it continues to be interesting because I've discovered who I am, and I continue to only focus on that. And now my life is exactly how you see it. You know, I live where the palm trees live. I live where the coconuts grow. That's where I live. That's where I want to live. And then I'm also working for myself. I'm in my purpose, and I'm also being compensated for that as well. And I continue to grow and thrive and produce, and I'm abundant. And this is how I speak to myself. This is how I talk to myself, y'all. This is my program. I am programming myself, and I'm programming you right now with the words that I'm saying. I'm abundant. I am light. I am energy. I'm unlimited. I'm unstoppable. I am beautiful. I am confident. Everything always works out for me. I flow with the universe. The universe loves me, and I love it. I am God. I am source. See? That's how you have to talk to yourself. You gotta talk to yourself like that. Constantly programming, auditing. Okay, do I need this? Okay, I've been spending too much time with that. It's just like doing your bookkeeping. You got your income, you got your expenses. What do you need to deduct that is taking your energy away? Because your money is your energy. And so when you got all this debt, you buying this and that, which means is that you're giving too much energy to the media. You're giving too much energy to these negative people. You are giving too much energy on this and that. You're giving too much energy on your thoughts that are not serving you. It is taking money out of your bank account. And so what you should do is, every little thing that you deal with that is depleting you, put a dollar sign on it. And then every time you indulge in it, take the money out of your account. And then I bet then y'all will see the value of positive thinking, of programming yourself daily, of looking at the upside of things instead of the downside of things. And also being honest. Like, okay, I gotta be honest. I don't feel good. All right, I don't feel great. All right, I'm pissed off right now. Okay, all right, I indulged in that chocolate cake when I knew that I shouldn't because I'm on a diet, but that's okay. It's like you just gotta be like, okay, it's all right. Woo, woo, woo. I got it. Now what? I'm gonna breathe. Okay, it's okay. All is well. I got this. And if I don't got this, I'm gonna take a nap and I'll get back up and I'll be okay. Woo! I love life. Like, I love it. I love it. And it takes time, y'all. It takes time. Sure, it took me years to get to this point. But now that I know my birth chart, now that I know my astrology, now that I know my Mercury and my Venus and my Mars and my Moon, like when shit is out of hand, I'll be like, oh, okay, that's just that aspect, okay? That's just my Moon and Leo being dramatic about this. Oh, my Mercury Sagittarius, oh, you always exaggerate. You always like miss the details of things. You're too optimistic sometimes. Calm down. Like, like I just know that about myself, and yeah, like it's like a program. It's just like I can't turn it off, and even when I go into the fire, I'll be like, okay, I'm going into the fire. I'm about to argue with Rambo, even though I know how he is. I'm about to argue with him, okay? But then it's always a way for me to learn the lesson and be like, okay, sometimes we need a little romance. Like, no, I'm playing. But I'm just saying, y'all, that to be human is to err, okay? To be human is to discover. It's not for you to always get it right, okay? You don't know, okay? You may not know. You may not know right now, but you are a portal. You are a vehicle for source energy, for the divine to move through you. You have to know that. Be like, use me, Lord. Like, use me. Like, I am a vessel of all of the goodness, of all of the glory. You just have to just know that about yourself. And know that all it takes to live a life that you love and a life that you deserve, you know what it takes? Just one step at a time. Just take one step at a time. Just choose one thing that you love to do. One thing, and put all of your energy into it. Don't worry about the bills. Don't worry about the kids going over there driving you crazy. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. Just only focus on that one thing that gives you so much joy and satisfaction. And just do that and complete it. Just that one thing. And then watch what unfolds in your life. Okay? Because like what I said, that nobody owes you nothing, but you owe it to yourself to live. You owe it to yourself to try. You owe it to yourself to give a damn. You owe it to yourself to be honest. You owe it to yourself to just love yourself, even if nobody else wants to. Even if the world don't get you, even though everybody turn their back on you and talk crazy about you and point it and gossip about you, you owe it to yourself to be like, you know what? I love me. You know what? I accept it. You know what? I know who I am. You may have your own fucked up perception about who I am, and you could have it over there, but over here, I love myself, and I know who I am, and I accept myself at all costs. My flaws, my debilitations, my fuck ups, my failures, I love it all. I accept me. I am complete in that. And I'm not going to walk around here trying to act like I'm perfect, like I have it all together, like I don't sometimes say the wrong thing or I don't piss people off. No, that is not being honest. That is not being authentic to who I am, because in life there is duality. You take the bitters with the sweets. And that is balance. Okay? So y'all, with that being said, stay balanced. Show up for your life. Do that one thing today, just today, that brings you joy. And don't ask for permission. And let the guilt and the negative comments in your own head, leave that on the shelf. Just be like, you know what? Negative thoughts. You know what? Guilt. I'm going to just put you on the shelf. And literally act like it's in your hand and then put it on the shelf. Or put it in the car. Put it in your purse. Like, I'm going to put you right there because I'm not dealing with you right now. I'm going to focus on love and joy. I'm going to focus on this piece of cake, this whatever it is that you have been neglecting. Put your all, pour your all into it today and see what happens. Okay? All right. Stay balanced.